Twitch says it's about to deal with the viewbotting problem on its platform with an update that's going to be rolling out over the next couple of weeks. So let's talk about what this update is, how it may impact the platform, why it's happening now, and whether or not this is just smoke and mirrors and nothing is actually going to change. Let's first start by looking at what they've actually said in a tweet here posted by Twitch support just about an hour ago as of the time of recording this. A quick update on view counts. We have teams and tech dedicated to ensuring that the views that show up on channels reflect actual viewership and aren't artificially inflated in any way. Ultimately, metrics on Twitch should represent the real and growing communities that show up and participate on channels, so we regularly update detection tools and methods. We recently made changes that meaningfully, good word, implies impact, improved our ability to identify viewbots, inauthentic viewership, and other potentially fake engagement. These changes will roll out over the next few weeks. So if your channel was viewbotted, or if some of your viewers are artificial or inflated, you will see an impact to your channel's view count. And what that means specifically is in the amount of people who are watching your stream. Viewership, average concurrent viewership, CCV, however you want to define it. This also means that third-party sites, for example, Sully Gnome, Twitch Tracker, that publish unverified Twitch view counts are going to see changes to that data over time. I'm intrigued by that one. I don't necessarily have a good answer for this one yet, but I will find out more. We recognize that viewbotting can be out of the streamer's control. In making these changes, our goal is to improve the experiences for both viewers and streamers and viewers. Now, the overall response to this so far has been significantly positive. A lot of people are very excited for the fact that people who are trying to cork their bat, trying to get an unfair advantage over one another by using nefarious means to get their viewership higher, are finally going to get dealt with. Finally, there will be a even playing field for people to legitimately grow an audience based upon real viewership, real community, and not just, hey, whoever can pay the most ends up winning. And now I don't make a habit myself of personally calling out a lot of creators for this kind of thing, but there is one in particular because of how overt and direct he was about, yeah, it's legal, you should do it. And that's RayJ. RayJ started streaming on the platform and instantly went from a 50 to 60 viewer streamer to a couple thousand, and then up to 8,000 consistently, and the line just looks like flat. It's just stuck at 8,000 every single time he goes live. A very, very obvious situation of somebody viewbotting and then admitting to it themselves. And that is kind of not how this platform should operate. One of the best things about live content is the fact that it is live and the engagement is real. And if we're going to talk about why they're doing this now, it's exactly related to that realness. The reality of most viewbotting that is occurring on Twitch is it doesn't necessarily matter to the platform as long as it's not impacting who? Advertisers. That is always going to be the one that they're going to be the platform that is the most beholden to is advertisers, because of the fact that when ads are running on the platform, they want to make sure that any of those ads that are seen are being seen by legitimate people. Now, why they may be making this change now is because of a new path of advertising that Twitch is going down. And that is their sponsorship dashboard. Just about, well, I guess 2 months ago at this point, they've officially launched, Amazon Ads officially launches their Twitch creator sponsorships, which allow brands to pay for direct sponsorships on site. They get things like channel skins and discount subs that they can pay for, and messaging over chat, messaging underneath the chat, all kinds of various functionality, channel skins, streamer readouts, sponsored subscriptions, follower promotions. And so for an advertiser, and for Twitch's or viewbotting fight, they would want to make sure that video ads are not being seen by fake numbers, because an advertiser pays a CPM rate. So if they're paying $75 CPM, they want to make sure that 1,000 people are seeing that for the $75 that they're paying. But sponsorships are a completely different metric overall, in that it's actually sold based upon A, the viewership, the real viewership, and B, engagement with it. And so if you're an advertiser and you're thinking about doing a channel sponsorship for a channel with 1,000 CCV, the amount that you're going to be paying for that 1,000 CCV sponsorship is going to be significantly higher than the $75 that you're paying for 1,000 ad views. And so my guess here is that there is some concern that, hey, if we're going to be paying 10 times as much as we would for a Twitch ad to do a directly integrated sponsorship, we want some assurances that the views that are actually happening on these channels, the engagement that's actually happening in these chats, is legitimate. So again, I don't think that Twitch is doing this out of trying to make a more fair and reasonable platform. I absolutely think that they're doing it to appease advertisers and make sure that there is confidence in their new sponsorship product, that they can rest assured, hey, we are actually going to get our ads seen in front of real people. There is a downside to this. And that's going to be in the form of marketing and the overall platform perception. One of the things that has been accused of in the past of other platforms, I won't name any names, is that other platforms maybe don't have the most authentic viewership overall. Maybe you can open up a couple tabs and the viewership increases alongside it. And the interesting part of this is that if Twitch is voluntarily, because keep in mind, there's no inherent downside for the platform to have Viewbots on their site. It makes their site look bigger. It makes the overall, it seems like it's growing, seems like there's more people happening, more things happening. If you do have a platform like Twitch that is voluntarily choosing, probably in response to advertisers, to nerf their own metrics for authenticity, it may be that another platform that maybe has 1 mil, and then ultimately the comparison between the two is somewhat unfair because the other site might not necessarily be subject to the same level of scrutiny from advertisers because they don't have advertisers. And as such, they get a little bit of easier marketing overall. So just keep that in mind when you do ultimately hear all these numbers that are being thrown out there, myself included. I do it too when I take a look at numbers like how many people are streaming in Spanish language content versus other platforms, and you see a departure from one to the other. But it is always important to keep that context in mind when there are changes like this that are inherently not necessarily the best for a platform that is already losing viewership over the course of the last few years to voluntarily choose to do more of it. Now, the funniest part of this overall is the timing of it. Literally 2 days ago, Twitch set a brand new record in both total platform viewership and an independent creator's total viewership. Ebuy, with his La Veleta del Año, had a peak viewership of 9.189 million viewers. That is a massive number. And the overall platform itself actually peaked at 14 million overall viewers on the entire site. Again, those are both records. And so it is kind of interesting that it's coming out literally 2 days after that they're like, hey, we have to deal with this fake viewership data that's occurring right after they set some records. Now, I'm not actually accusing eBuy of that, by the way. eBuy's event is actually huge. Consistently throughout the years, they've been bigger and bigger and bigger. It's just the timing is funny. I don't believe that there is any kind of viewership tampering occurring as it relates to eBuy and the event itself. In any case, I think that's where I'll leave it here today. Just a little quick video to update you on what's actually happening and the positives and negatives of this overall. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment below. And if you haven't subscribed to my weekly newsletter, tos.gg, it's where I give you all of the updates on what's happening in the streaming and creator space. Includes some game keys in there, includes some industry jobs. It's a great way to keep up to date on everything happening in this space in about 5 minutes. It's really short and easy to read and really gives you an overview of what's actually happening. I think it'll help any creator or an industry member in staying on top of things. But with that, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.